do realize that there's guys out there who are going to message your future wife. There's guys out there who are going to go cold approach your future wife today. They've already got the six pack. You really want to skip your gym workout today? Yes or no? You're going to skip your gym workout? Yes or no? You're going to skip it? How about your deep work? You don't want to do your deep work today? You're going to skip your work? Because another guy, the thing is, 60% of guys, 60%, they're not going to do anything. But about 40% of guys are actually going to go to the gym today. About 40% of guys are going to do the work today. And if you don't, well, then you've just been pushed slightly into sin. Just for today. You know, today, it's almost like a daily binary that today you could act like a 60%. You know, I want to take more time off. I want to spam like a live chat. Not even like, come back to, just shut up, bro. Just, you could be a 60%er today and you could start spamming live chats and stuff. You could skip the gym today. You could skip your work today. You could say you're a little bit tired. You're a little bit too sore. You know, today's a rest day. Yeah. Is it a rest day for the guy who's going to go and cold approach your future wife? Is it? Fuck, is it? Fuck, bro. You want to go drink the plastic water bottles today? So this is what you do. This is the fast way to become more masculine that I wanted today. Is this tech. The single greatest boost to your masculinity, and honestly probably to your life, is to be around other masculine, to specifically join a gang. Now, gangs and cults, I remember for a long time I was just calling myself a cult leader, and people thought it was weird, but like they were just simpletons and unintelligent people who didn't understand the concept, like what we were actually doing here. If anyone here was like calling themselves a cult leader, you probably understood because you had like a higher level of intelligence. The reason why I was calling myself a cult leader was because if we create a group where we have our own values, we have our own hierarchy, that gives you a place to excel in the space around other masculine men. And you made a lot of progress like that. Slowly, like I got disinterested with that, but just recently I read the same book that motivated me to like call myself a cult leader and to make this with the whole fucking movement, which has helped a lot of people. And it's like I'm realizing just how powerful it is, gang. Now, of course, I'm not saying to like join some illegal drug gang or anything like that, but like a gang is just, it's simple as that. A gang is a group of, now there's gangs which go and commit crime, there's gangs that smuggle drugs or something, but there's also gangs of men that go and play football, and there's gangs of men that play golf. You can call them whatever you want. You can call them a group, you can call them a community. Gang, just let's be honest, it just sounds kind of cool, right? The fastest way for you to become more masculine is not only to join a gang, but to instead to lead a gang of your own, to create your own specific brotherhood. Women are not allowed. Women are not allowed. This cannot be the kind of like person where, you know, you're all going to go for the gym and one guy brings his girlfriend and she's like, oh yeah, don't mind her, guys. She's just going to do her workout to the side. No. This is a space specifically away from women. We challenge each other to be as masculine and as disciplined and as hardworking as possible. The single fastest and powerfulest way for you to become more masculine, more success in life. Join a gang. What happened when you joined mine? What happened when you joined like this cult, this movement that I created a while ago? Instantly you started working harder. You remember the transformation. Maybe write it in chat. When did you discover my channel? And what happened in the next few months after that? Was it a complete 180 of your life? Before my videos, were you a total Jeffrey just watching porn and playing video games? And then after a few months, what happened? Where were you then? Did you stop those like fucking evil habits? You joined a gang and you ended up making much more progress than usual because you had this like powerful masculine hierarchy. You had this group that was going to hold you accountable. You had this group that weren't going to take shit from you. You had this group that was like literally like the leader of it was telling you, okay, these are our values. These are our standards. You don't work out today. If you act like this, if you like say that this is, you know, you cope and you make excuses. And that really triggered like some powerful emotion inside of you, didn't it? The same way that so many guys are watching Andrew Tate. He's done the exact same thing. When we set these standards and guidelines for each other, all rise together. Very, very powerful. So I was just thinking about it yesterday. I ended up reading like the same book, and I was just thinking like, damn, like when I used to speak more like this sort of leader of this movement culture, I honestly think more of our guys were making more progress. If anyone's like watched a lot of my videos, you've seen the transformation where I kind of went more into this like little like soft androgynous bit of the last like few videos where I've just been more of this sort of like educational Huberman style video where I've lost a lot of the sort of emotion and I've just wanted to like convey some education and synthesize and stuff. And it's just fucking boring. We need more of this like hype emotion leader, like all of us are in a gang together trying to rise up. That's exactly what. So I'd ask you right now, type 1 in the chat if you right now feel like you are the gang leader, and type 2 if you feel like you're not the gang leader, but you are part of like some kind of gang or like a brotherhood of men. And type 3, if you're not in a brotherhood of men at all. So 1, you are the leader of your little group. 2, you're in a group, but you're not the leader. And 3, you're not in a group, a specifically male-only masculine group. If you've got a little group of like little pussies in high school and you're friends with a girl and stuff, that doesn't count. We're talking about specific like masculine gang who meet up and do some like masculine hard shit with no women involved. Where are we at? 1, 2, or 3? 1 is you are the leader. 2 is that you're part of the group, but you're not really like the main leader in there. Or 3 is you're not in one at all. Okay, so we've got a bunch of 3s, bunch of. It seems like an even split. Actually, I can do a poll, can't I? Start a poll. So I'm the leader. Oh, okay, I've just done a poll. Answer the poll right now and let's see. What do you think is going to be the result? I think it might be about, I'm not in a gang. The last one's supposed to say I'm not in a gang. So I'm not in a gang. I don't have like a male-only masculine group. I'm the leader. Doesn't mean that you were like elected anyway, but it just means that you're probably like the most important person. You're the one who organized it. You're the one who brought everyone together. You could say I'm not the leader. There's probably another guy who's more of like the alpha. I'm not in a gang. So about 50% of us are actually in a male-only group. That's actually phenomenal. I want to take a second here. Like, is anyone else seeing these results and almost feeling proud? About 50% of us are at least in a male group. Is anyone seeing that and actually thinking like, man, that's actually fucking sick, bro? A few years ago, we would have had that like at all. We definitely wouldn't have had that. Maybe 10% of people would have said that they were in it. Like, that's fucking sick to see, man. And about 50% of us aren't in a group at all. And it's specifically the 50% that I really, really want to help as well. You don't need to be the leader, okay? This is something that like we need to understand. Some men aren't supposed to be the leader. You are supposed to be in the role that you can excel in most. Trust me when I say that sometimes you don't want to be the leader. You know how every like cringe motherfucker, type 1 if you've seen this, every cringe motherfucker wants to be like an entrepreneur, boss, CEO, lady boss type of shit, right? Everyone wants to be, right? Being an employee isn't cool anymore, right? Just type 1 if you have seen like this narrative over the last few years that like everyone wants to be their own boss. People don't realize that being the boss is fucking hard. A lot of us aren't meant to be the boss. A lot of us are meant to be number 2, number 3, number 4. And that's okay to say, because you can excel more in a different position than forcing yourself to go with the ego of like, oh, but Tate says that I've got to want to. If you are the right-hand man to the big boss, that's fucking sick compared to you trying to be your own boss and then making like a shit business that never does anything. You can succeed a lot as being close to like the leader than actually being the leader if you're a bad leader. People don't realize how fucking hard it is to be the leader of like a movement, to be the entrepreneur, to be the boss who has the employees. People don't realize that. If you're the guy who's second in position, you have almost none of the risk. You don't pay any of the payroll. You don't pay for any of the employees. You get your consistent wage. It's like people need to like almost stop glorifying, like, yeah, be your own boss, and actually start glorifying, like, find the boss who's already sick and make him really like you so that you are on side. That's a very powerful advice, but it just hurts your ego. It's like some men are too proud for that and they'll just keep trying, and they'll just be like the leader of a shit island. Like, which one would you rather be? Would you rather be the leader of like a broken down island which is just trapped, or would you rather be the right hand man to a successful cunt? Which one? The leader of like a dump, or the right hand man of like a successful? Many men, like some men are built to being the leader. Some men are just either born like that or they've been able to develop themselves in that way, and that's awesome. But a lot of men aren't. Statistically, you can't, right? Statistically, it should be like there should be like maybe 5% of leaders, alpha males, and 95% can't do that.